Let me explain. So many women on this app love to preach that men only want mommies. A lot of women on this app will say that they want a man to pay all of their bills. They want them to show up emotionally. They want them to show up 24/7. They want them to give them princess treatment. They want to be treated like gold, essentially like their dad would treat them if they have good fathers. They want the men in their lives to fix all of their shit, be their caretaker. But on top of that, on top of all of the things that men are already responsible for, now these women are crying about domestic labor. So they want the men to also do all of the laundry, do most of the cooking, while simultaneously working 60 hours. And most of the time, that's still not good enough. So if he is cooking, cleaning, doing your laundry, providing for you, taking care of your emotional needs, then what the hell are you doing? Probably sitting on social media for 6 hours a day, not really accomplishing anything, like a teenage daughter, hence the daddy-daughter dynamic. And some of these women can get all of that and princess treatment and throw little tantrums when they don't get their way by giving the silent treatment, and thus continue the father-daughter dynamic instead of wife and husband. But that's right. Men are only looking for mommies, not wives. Okay, bye.
Do you want to know the thing I'm absolutely disgusted with? Men are hard. Baby, the stuff you have to give a man to keep him forever is free. The things you have to give a woman to keep her forever will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. With that being said, let me fucking reiterate. The things you can give a man to keep him at peace and happy in your relationship and marriage is unconditional fucking love. Example number 1, freedom. He wants to go and have a guy's night out once a week, or go shoot deer, or game on a system for an hour. Who gives a fuck? Let him. Point number 2, and I can't express this one enough, to be able to show his emotions. If he's having a bad day, let him be angry. Don't talk him out of it. Just stay away from him until he calms down. This one may differ. Some men may want to hug. If he cries and you throw that in his face or call him weak, you are the problem, not him. He should be allowed to express any and all emotions. Fear, anger, sadness, confusion, doesn't fucking matter. To be able to show his feelings of love through intimacy, whether it's smacking your butt while you're doing the dishes or having relations 3 to 4 times a fucking week. This should not even have to be up for fucking discussion. To be able to communicate freely. Do you know how many couples I have seen try to have a conversation and the woman shuts him down and calls him stupid? And it will be over like fucking curtains or the dogs or the kids or the house or bills or whatever. The motherfuckers can't even open their mouths without you like getting at their necks. He's shut down. He doesn't talk to me. Gee, Karen, I wonder why. He can't even speak freely. To have a say in how his children are raised. If I see one more of you fucking bitches in person in public, when that man is disciplining those children verbally and you're cutting him down and going, no, dad's wrong, do this, I'm gonna come undone. You are showing your children to disrespect him and that no matter what he says, it's fuck you, dad. I only have to listen to mom and I don't have to listen to other authority like cops or teachers. Do you see where that's gonna go in the fucking future? To guide you, to protect you, to trust you, to love you, to simply be happy. What you people call toxic masculinity is just a man's way of thinking, how do I protect her? How do I keep her safe? You girls have to learn the difference between guiding and controlling. If you would stop picking the bear, you would realize when your husband is checking your location or checking in on you, it's to make sure you're safe. When he's walking in front of you and not next to you, it's not narcissism. He's making sure he can see everything going on and what is about to pass you. Stop reading between the lines. Stop listening to these fucking feminists on TikTok. They're not bad men. Society's trying to trick you into thinking they are. So yeah, that's my piece.
I need you to listen to me. If you're young, if you're dating, I really need you to listen to your auntie right now. So I used to have this friend who, when she was dating guys, like, she would go like full FBI agent, okay? She knew everything that he was doing. She could clock, like, if he posted like a picture on his story and there was like something in the corner, she could find a girl's foot and then find that girl's profile. Like, I swear, she had superpowers, okay? And she would always ask me why, like when I left relationships, why I wouldn't act like that, right? Why I didn't care. And it's because my mom told me from a young age, because my parents weren't together, Amber, if you do not have a baby with a man, that means you do not have to talk to him. That means you can block him out of your universe, out of your life, out of your mind. Because one day there will be a man that you have children with, married, whatever, and you will have to talk to that man forever. And it changed my perspective. I was like, oh my God. So if I get out of a relationship, baby free, I no longer exist to you, sir. See ya. Anyways, send this to a friend to save a hoe. Love you, bye.
Except that's not necessarily true, is it? Because there are a lot of reasons why people don't. You know, fear of rejection, vulnerability, insecurity. And these are all issues I feel like that could be worked through with simple communication. People are so afraid of being vulnerable these days because somebody from the past has burnt them. And instead of working through these issues that they developed from being burnt, they stumble through life projecting on these issues onto other people and creating these dysfunctional relationships with other people. And I genuinely believe that's why I have such a hard time accepting no response as a response at times, is because there's a reason, and I want to get to the bottom of it, and I want to work through it because I've been there. But people are just too afraid of simple communication, which ultimately leads to this fear of commitment, is what it all boils down to. It's a hard time to date in 2025.
The woman is still in her own energy. She has her own friends, she has her own passions and hobbies, and she takes care of herself. She goes to the gym. The man is obsessed and the man wants to chase. And then slowly, as the relationship progresses, we as women naturally do this more than men, and half the time we don't even realize that we're doing it. We start to stop prioritizing ourselves and start to prioritize the man and put him on the pedestal and not ourselves. And this can look like revolving your whole life around him, only seeing your friends when he's seeing his friends or when he's busy, not going to the gym anymore so you can spend more time with him, not doing self-care as much anymore because you are comfortable in the relationship and you feel like you don't need to impress anyone anymore, or maybe he doesn't like when you put effort into yourself because it makes him feel threatened. Big red flag. But overall, you have stopped putting in as much effort into yourself and as much time into your friends and your life outside of the relationship. And in result, he has become the sole purpose of your life and your whole personality. Now think about this. If someone is being so obsessive towards you and they're always available and they're always there and they don't really have their own thing going on and their whole thing they've got going on is you have nowhere to go but to lean back. If they're just pouring so much into you, you're like, that's what's happening with the man. People on TikTok are always saying, I don't want to be doing these games in a relationship where I have to pull back and la. But what is worse, doing that or completely losing yourself in a relationship to a man, completely fucking up the dynamic of a relationship where you're chasing him and you've lost yourself and he doesn't even appreciate you, when all I'm saying right now is not to play games. It's to start pouring back into your own life and into your own energy, seeing your friends, designate time to see your friends. It doesn't matter whether he's free or not. And then give him the opportunity to be like, we haven't spent much time together on the weekends. Maybe I should plan something instead of always you. I bet my bottom dollar that you're the one that says to him, we never do things anymore. You never plan things. La 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 la. Like, I know that you're probably thinking or saying those things to him, and he doesn't give a fuck if you guys spend time together or not, unfortunately. So if he's not prioritizing you It's time for you to start prioritizing yourself. And these are very simple things that you can do to return back to yourself and return your power back to yourself.